Here we are for STMA JV hockey live at Sartell Burnix Arena. Not sure how well it's going to work today, but we're going to do our absolute best. They got a real deep-voiced guy over there on the PA system today, so that's fun. Regular Barry White over there. All right, the Knights are picking up the pucks in their area, getting them in the bucket. Parker Barnes will start tonight in net for the Knights. Parker, of course, his last two starts were against Edina and Minnetonka, so those didn't go quite as well as we'd like them to, but he's battle-tested and ready to go today. Knights will be without Henry Braun, who I believe is serving a suspension for the Buffalo game the other day. I believe it's just a one-game ditty for LeBron. But back today we have Lane Hagen and Cy Fowler, both healthy enough to play today. So our defense will have quite the boost. And from what I could tell during warm-ups, it looks like Logan Gurton and Gavin Schultz will also be playing D, along with Cam Malekaday and Caleb Lee. So we got 3 D pairs. Starting at your forwards today, Tate Helland along with Jacob Harrison on the left and Henry Robinson on the right. Malekaday and Hagen are your D pair to start, and we're going. It's nighttime. Knights control. That was Malekaday who flipped it up high into the glass, and Sartell controls now back in their own zone, but Robinson on a good forecheck makes Sartell eject it from the zone, but right to a Knights player. Hagen has it now for the Knights. Taps it forward into the Sartell zone, and then loose puck picked up by Harrison. Harrison looked for a centering pass. No one was home. Sent back in by Hagen. Harrison delivers a good check down low. And these Sartell and Knights players have played a lot in the past. Of course, D5 buddies. And really the two towns, similar in size, similar in hockey quality. It usually leads to some close games as Sartell gets a shot, and a first shot of the game is a kick save by Barnes. Knights able to get it to the blue line, but not out. Sartell finally has to retreat and send it back to their own as they go for a change. Stolen by Tupper at the red line. Tupper's got 3 on him. He elects to flip it in, but he flipped it a little too high into the ceiling. We'll have a face-off coming just outside of the Sartell zone. Oh, they're going to put it inside the zone. So just to the left of Jake Ashby. And we've got a long history playing against Ashby. Schultz catches up with the puck and sends it back in. Knights have to check up. Sartell controls back behind their own net. Loose puck picked up by Lee, sends it to the far corner. The Knights are traveling right to left right now. Sartell able to clear the zone and carry it up. It's a 1-on-2 as Sartell carries it in. Shot attempt is blocked by Barnes. Loose puck picked up by Lee. Lee sends it forward, tips off the stick of Tupper. Tupper's off to the races, chasing after it. He'll get beat to it by Chase Burscheit of Sartell. Sartell able to stick it forward enough, but and this is a dangerous spot. Lee put it behind the net, tried to bank it off the back wall. Barnes thought it was going to come out the other side. He rested for just a minute, and it came out right into the blue paint. Luckily, the Knights are able to clear, and Sartell sends it all the way down for an icing with 12:53 to go in the first. We're playing 15-minute periods today, so I presume we will only have one resurface. That would be after the second period. And the face-off will come to the right of Ashby, the Sartell Tendy. Face-off won by the Sabres, sent around the boards. Gurton playing D, did not pinch down on it, let it come to the blue line, and he's able to pick it up. Cooper Leland able to shove it back into the Knights zone. Picked up by Coe. Coe gets a shot off, first of the game for the Knights. It was on net and blocked by Ashby. Flip to the center ice area. Knights able to tap it away. Cooper Leland pushes it into the Knights zone, but comes right back out. And a little exchange of possession. Sartell controls. They dump it in deep, and a couple Sabres run off for a change. Picked up by Coe, pushed forward to Cheely. Cheely carries, gets it past the blue line, rips a shot. That goes way wide. Picked up by Fowler there, but Fowler lost the handle. He sends it back toward Girton. Intercepted at the red line by the Sabres. Back in, long shot blocked there by Girton. Couple of Knights, couple of Sabres battling for it down in the corner. Sent around to the other corner where Girton's going to get there first. Girton tied up, sent over to Fowler. Fowler bangs it off the wall, up and out. It's going to go all the way down, but slows down just enough to where icing's waved off. Forecheck by Helland, but to no avail. Sartell able to get it to center ice, but right back to Molekaday and crew. And knocked down at center ice by a Sartell player. He tries to deke one. He's able to get past Hagen, but lost the handle. Out to the blue line, Sartell maintains possession, gets a shot off, and off the paddle of Barnes and into the netting with 11:10 to go in the first. No score so far. Face-off coming to the left of Barnes. Sartell looked like they won that. Knights were able to get it across the blue line. Sartell had to check. They end up sending it back in. It's going to ringer all around the boards to Molekaday. Molekaday got his first varsity minutes last week against Buffalo. He's able to send it forward to Helland. Helland, thinking about a shot, had to think again as there was a Sartell defender right in his area. Picked up by Helland. Helland looks for Robinson and knocked out by Sartell. Hagen picks up the loose puck, bangs it off the boards toward Harrison. Harrison knocks it down with a glove, passes it to Helland. Then sent in by Helland. Harrison and Helland go off for a change while Robinson in on the forecheck. So far, pretty even back and forth action between the Sabres and the Knights. Back out to the red line where Sabres control. And then fanned on by a Sabres defender. Crosby Nelson almost had an opportunity to steal one away, but the Sabres regained possession. Now back behind the Knights net. Picked up by Brady Ward. Ward to Hagen. Hagen back to Ward. Nice job by Ward holding off a couple of defenders. He's able to get it into the Sartell zone, but Sartell sends it right back. Both of these teams have been able to clear it into their offensive zones, but they're giving it right back to the defender pretty much every time. Well, Molekaday has another one of those instances right now. He gets dumped to the ice, but Ward there to help him out. And a big check to Hagen over there. He carries it back behind the net. Lost there by the Knights. An inopportune place. Ward to the rescue over in the far corner. Molekaday there to help dig it out. But picked up by Sartell. High circle. Stolen away by Ward. He tries to backhand it out. Won by Sartell. Fancy move by Sartell's number 21. In and out, back and forth. Lane Larson is the Sabre in question there. And the Knights finally able to clear. Sent up in the area of Crosby Nelson, who tries to steal it. There is a Sabres defender right there, and here come the Sabres. Centering pass attempt broken up by the Knights, and here's an opportunity. Push forward to Coe. 2-on-2. Coe gets a shot off. Ashby makes the save with the stick. Rebound came off to Sartell, and Sartell's back on the attack. Grant Wilson for the Sabres sends it in. Schultz and Lee down low working on it together. Now over toward Cheely. Far corner to the near corner. 8:25 to go in the first. Knights able to send it to center ice. Loose puck picked up by, well, St. Michael for a moment, and Coe gets knocked to the ground. Cheely tries to send it forward. Big check over there. Sartell controls. Back to the red line, and the Knights just bop it back in. Leland was in an offside position, and they're going to call the delayed offsides on Leland, and they're right. 8 minutes to go in the first. We'll get a whistle. And a face-off coming just outside of the Sartell blue line. Sheely in to take the draw. He's got Leland on his left, Coe on his right. Leland able to dump it in, this time in an onside position. It's back behind the net. Sartell controls. Schultz probably should have pinched down on the blue line there, but he opted to back off and carry it at center ice. Sent back in by the Knights. They'll have to start all over again. Sheely, a good forecheck there. Loose puck picked up by Robinson. Robinson gets a shot, but it was only like half a shot there. Ashby easily swats that one away, and Sartell controls the rebound. Long pass attempt, unable to be controlled by number 29, Luke Webster. Logan Girton will pick it up behind the end line, send it over to Lee. Lee lost the handle momentarily, but was able to regain consciousness and send it back to center ice, where Sartell steals it away. Centering pass, shot attempt. That was the best shot of the game so far. Parker Barnes made a good save. It was 27. Jaden Bambanek for the Sabres on the shot. Loose puck gets past the blue line, and Robinson controls. Tries to outmaneuver one, but can't do it, and Sartell sends it right back in behind the Knights' net. Near corner now. Lee leaves for Girton. Girton does a good Matador move to get around one, and another nice move to get around other. Girton with a little bit of speed takes it into the zone. He's held up at the blue line. A couple of Knights players down there to work on it. Helen able to hold the zone, flips it back in the area of Harrison. Loose puck picked up by Helen. Helen's gonna rip a shot right into the big S on the chest of Jake Ashby. 6:19 to go. Ashby freezes the puck. We're going to have another face-off. 0-0 is the score. Shots on goal even at 4 apiece. Helen wins the draw over to Fowler. Fowler throws it down near corner. Harrison working on it and doing some wrestling down there. Fowler tries to get a shot off. Was partially blocked there, and then loose puck in front. Robinson went to the backhand, tried to get a shot off, just missed the net. Fowler with a shot. That wasn't a very hard one, and it went low, and Ashby was able to take care of that one. Rebound still down in the Knights area. Robinson working on it again. Had it stripped away from him. Sent forth, but right to Fowler. Fowler, better shot this time. Ashby made the save there. Fowler digging down again. Now to Harrison. Harrison tried a centering pass, but it was broken up. And Helland is the one who comes away with it just in the neutral zone there. Girton picks it up, flips it forward, but gloved down by Sartell's number 13, Wyatt Zimmy. And then shot, and a tip right in front, and that just went high. That was a dangerous spot. Another shot attempt. That one got tipped in front. Loose, right on the doorstep, and cleared out by the Knights. I think it was Logan Girton who made an awesome play to clear it off of the goal line for the Knights. The ref was right there. It was not a goal. Sartell maintains control back behind the net. This Knights group has been out there for a little bit of a while now as Robinson tries to work it, and I think from the bench, the coaching staff's calling for the Knights to ice the puck, get it out of there. Flip forward, but not out. Right at the blue line, Sartell maintains control. Shot. Barnes makes the save with the head. Back out to the point. Sartell controls. Finally, Girton gets a handle on it, clears it. That'll be icing against the Knights. But a much-needed fresh 5 coming out for the Knights with 4:30 to go. Definitely the best opportunity of the game for either team so far. Sartell had 2 or 3 really decent shots there in front. Barnes and company were equal to the task, though. Still 0-0. Face-off was to the right of Barnes and won by the Knights. They're able to ring it around the boards and send it to center ice. Sartell completes a couple of passes, and this one's going to be a trip on Crosby Nelson as he took down number 23, Michael Trobeck. And Crosby Nelson couldn't keep the stick in check, and he'll go to the box for 2 with 4:17 to go in the first. Ward, Tupper, Hagan, and Malekaday out to kill the penalty for the Knights and sent all the way down. Good start for the Knights. Tupper will be there on the forecheck to try to cause problems, but on his stop, he fell over and hit the boards there. Good pressure by Brady Ward at the red line to slow down the attack. And Malekade wins the puck and sends it all the way down for the Knights. Ashby controls for his defender back behind his net. Sartell waits. And being carried up there by Burscheit. Centering pass by the Sabres. Some resistance by the Knights and a shot by the Sabres. Well wide, and it goes all the way down. It's almost like icing the puck. Picked up by Sartell at the blue line. Carry it through center ice, and they just knock it off the glass and back in. Picked up by Malekade behind the goal. Nice move by Cam. He bangs it up off the glass, and it goes off a glove and into the Knights bench with 3:10 to go, 54 seconds left in the penalty kill for your Knights. Helland in to take the draw now. Sartell comes away with that one. Carried into the Knights zone by number 23 of the Sabres, back out to the point. And back to 23, that's Trobeck. Trobeck on it, down near corner. And then picked up by Helland, and Helland's able to flip it past the blue line. And here's an opportunity for Chile. 0 in front of him. Chile gets the shot off. Ashby makes a good save. And here comes Sartell back in on the attack. Hagen chasing down the puck. Goes back behind the end line. Sartell controls. 17 seconds left in the power play for the Sabres. Out to the top of the blue line. High circle. Centering pass. Intercepted there by Chile. Picked up by Sartell at the blue line. 3 seconds to go on the man advantage. Knights back at full strength as Sartell throws one in on goal. Nelson out there. Nelson receives the pass from at the blue line. Picked it up but lost the handle. Sartell Sabres defender smartly got back as he knew a Knights player was coming out of the bench, and there's a shot there and hit off a stick and into the netting. 2 minutes exactly to go in the first period. Pretty good penalty kill for the Knights there. They credited one shot on goal for the Sabres there. It didn't seem like really any great goal opportunities though. Ward in to take the draw. Sartell waiting for their fifth guy to get on the ice. It's their center. They're also their number 22 as Ward ties up the face-off. Schultz carries it back behind the net. His pass to Coe was a little bit too hard for Coe to handle, and Sartell sent it right back in. Back behind the net, Sartell tries the centering pass, picked up by the Knights, and Leland with a nice move. And it's a 2-on-1 with Leland and Coe. Leland takes the shot just wide right. Sartell picks up the rebound and comes out with a little bit of speed. They get it to center ice, and then the loose puck is just flipped into the Knights zone. Schultz will be there first for the Knights. Rings it around the boards, little past Coe, and then blocked shot by Ward. Ward didn't know where it was, and Sartell picks up the rebound and scores. It's Lane Larson, number 21, who found the loose puck in the high slot and went top right corner over the glove of Parker Barnes. Not much Barnes could do about that one. Good wrist shot there. And Ward blocked the initial shot and then just lost where the puck was. It was right at his feet. Opportunistic goal for the Sabres, and they strike first. 1:20 to go in the first period. Face-off won by the Sabres and sent into the Knights zone. Girton and Helland back there working on it for the Knights. Flipped over in the area of Fowler. A little miscommunication between Fowler and Harrison. Finally flip forward to the blue line as we hit 1 minute left in the first period. Knights able to send it to center ice. Helland tries to make a move around one. Sabres flip it forward to center ice, and this is a bad position for the Knights as they're in a 2-on-1. Robinson got back quickly, tied up the Sabres man, heading for the net, and then a quick shot Parker Barnes made a great save. Rebound in front was tied up. Another shot. The rebound went off the glass. Barnes sprawls for it, tries to get on top of it. Couldn't get on top of it. 26 seconds to go. Sartell maintains possession. Another shot. That was blocked by Fowler in front. Fowler near corner. Bangs it up off the wall and forward. I think Sartell got a touch on it. Maybe not. No ice, or there is icing here, and 16.6 seconds to go. It'll be a face-off to the left of Barnes as we close out the first period. Cheely in to take the draw. Sartell wins that one out to the point. Long shot attempt, but it wasn't a very hard shot and picked up by the Knights. Tupper makes a move around one, and then the loose puck picked up by Cheely. Cheely sends a tough angle shot on, and Ashby got that one with a stick. Knights have had a lot of shots, but no real winners from the standpoint of getting them on goal. A lot of tough angles that they've been going at. The best opportunity might have been Cheely's breakaway, and the period ends. Shots on goal 8-8 at the end of one, and Sartell leads in the one that matters, 1-0 for the Sabres. Sartell and STMA usually very even at many sports. Sartell kind of the fancy suburb of St. Cloud. Got a lot of good athletes in this area, so they tend to play us pretty tight in hockey. I know on the soccer side they tend to play us very tight there as well. 1 more minute to go in the break between periods, and we'll get back to second period action right away. Let's see if the Knights can get a couple of nice passes in front and challenge Ashby a little bit more. Who's no longer wearing a red helmet. He's switched to white. Knights bench breaks their huddle, and Barnes heads back between the pipes, now on our left side. Melekaday and Hagen out there to greet Barnes, and looks like we're going to go with the Ward, Tupper, Nelson line to start the second period of play. Excuse me. All right. 5-on-5 hockey ready to start the second period. Puck is dropped. Sartell controls the opening tap of period 2. Carry it back behind the Knights net. Loose puck picked up by Tupper. He flips it high into the air, bouncing puck, and Crosby Nelson attacking hard. Ooh, a nice stick by Nelson, almost got it away, but Sartell's number 32, Benjamin Lundeen, is able to wrestle it away. Loose puck picked up by Tupper. Tupper tries to find Nelson. Nelson able to get the handle on it late, and then sent back in from the point. Back around the back of the net. Sabres control. Good forecheck by the Knights. Tapped out to the line, and it does get past. Knights will have to check up, and they finally do. Sartell obviously finds control of the puck, and they're able to send it to center ice. Clever stick there by Cheely. He sends it forward into the Knight zone, steals it away from the oncoming Sartell attack. Tapped forward by the Sabres, and then sent back by Hagen. A little confusion over there by some of the Sabres players, and one of them just jumps into the bench. And it's tapped forward, and Cheely's going to be the first man there for the Knights. Carries it back behind the net. Lost the handle a little bit. Tried for a back no-look centering pass, and then pinched down by Hagen over there, but he had an oncoming attacker. Hagen regains possession. Back into the Knight zone. Stops to backhand it in toward Leland. Leland tries to catch up with it. Hit off a ref's skate. Sartell comes away with the loose puck. Flip to Molekaday. Molekaday tries to send it back in. It hit a Sartell player on the way, and then we got a penalty coming up against the Sabres as Cooper Leland took a cross-check to the back and then waves bye-bye to number 21 of the Sabres, Lane Larson, who is the goal scorer. The only man in the book for Sartell so far. 1 goal and 1 penalty. 13:09 to go in the second, and the Knights will get a power play for the next 2. As Lane Larson goes on vacation in the penalty box. Helen pushes the draw back behind the net. Caleb Lee falling and sprawling to the ice. Tries to maintain possession. Sartell able to get it past the blue line. A big check over there on Molekaday is sent down and tapped off Molekaday's glove, and here's an opportunity shorthanded for the Sabres, but Molekaday makes a nice play, gets back, wins the puck back for the Knights, carries it forward, finds Cheely. Cheely coming in on the right side, kicks it forward to himself, centering pass, put in front. Great shot there by Lee, but Ashby got the save on it, sent all the way down. Barnes picks it up, taps it forward to Helen. Helen leaves for, well, cross-ice pass now to Tupper. Tupper leaves for Cheely. Cheely carries in. Drop pass. I don't know if that was to Lee or to Tupper, but there was miscommunication, and it went between both of them, and Sartell gets the opportunity to clear it down. Half the penalty gone. 1 minute of power play to go for the Knights. Puck rung around the boards by Molekaday. Tupper has trouble controlling it, and Knights will have to start over. Molekaday with another throw around the boards. Tupper controls this one. Cross-ice pass to Helen. Back to Tupper. Tupper across the red line. Back to Helen. Helen tries to stick handle around a couple and sent back down by the Sabres. Knights' passes haven't been super crisp so far in the second period here. Oh, that's a good one from Hagen over to Ward, but Ward has to backtrack back behind his own net, and then Ward flips it forward, and Harrison's going backwards, and Robinson's going forward, and it went right between both of them. And then loose puck in front. Caleb Lee has a tap at it. No dice. 9 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Knights, and Sartell gets it to the center ice. Long shot attempt. That was a shot. It really was. I think it hit the sideboards. Sabres back at full strength, sent forward. They find Robinson. Robinson carries it in. Robinson lost the handle, picked up by the Sabres number 31. That's Burscheit. And then loose puck at the blue line, picked up by Robinson. Robinson will have a chance here. He's slashed there. No call, no hands up there. Loose puck picked up by Harrison. Centering pass. Hagen gets a shot, and the rebound goes off the back wall. And Robinson says, look what I found. Right in front, Robinson scores a goal. We're all tied up at 1 with 10:42 to go in the second. That should be a Robinson from Hagen and Harrison goal to tie the game. Robinson, right place, right time, got to the blue paint. Puck took a good bounce off the back wall, and he hammers it home for the Knights, and we're all tied up. Leland steals a puck away from the Sabres, tries to flip it in, and the Sabres win it right back and tap it into the Knights zone. Picked up by Cheely out to center ice. Cheely, he's got Coe with him. Cheely tries to get a shot off. Was blocked a little bit by a Sartell defender. Rebound, near corner. Cheely working on it. He's got Coe with him. Sartell controls, cross-ice pass, they carry it forward. Good stick there by Fowler to wrestle it away from the Sartell attacker. Now near corner, sent forward. And the Knights defenders specifically have been sending it around the boards and just overshooting their forwards. Their forwards haven't been able to pluck it off the boards today. Do it again, and it's back out to center ice. Sartell will control. They make kind of a wonky pass back in their own defensive end, and then their defender falls. He's able to knock it up off the glass, but it was gloved down by the Knights' Ward and then touched first by Coe, so they counted as a hand pass. But one of the things that's really making it difficult for the Knights to break out of their defensive zone is the defenders are just shooting it around the back wall, around the boards, and the Knights forwards have really had trouble plucking it off the wall with the heat that's been coming on. Tupper along that near wall now. He was tied up, picked up by Lee, and who sends it around the boards, and guess what? Crosby Nelson couldn't get that puck. Pass to the stick, guys. Tape to tape, let's go. Lee battling for it along the boards, picked up by Schultz. Schultz will send it around the boards. Nelson having trouble picking it up off the wall. Nelson will ring it around the boards to the other side. And Knights can't control. They're just kind of ringing it back and forth. Picked up by Lee, who bank shots it forward. I think he was trying to find Tupper, but the wall took something out of that one. Long pass attempt. Oh, and misplayed by Sartell. Tupper had an opportunity there, but he stopped and allowed two Sartell defenders to kind of catch up with him, and Sartell back in on the attack, but number 22 for the Sabres, Landon Kimball, he's in an offside position with 8.5 to go in the second period. Tied 1-1. Helland out to take the draw, pushed forward into the Sartell area, but picked up and right back in on the attack are the Sabres. Centering pass attempt. No one's on that one. Sartell finally gets it out to the point. Long shot, but it was wide right. Sartell sends it back around the boards. Hagen's going to get there first. Two Sabres met him there, and back behind the net, Sartell controls. Picked up, loose puck in front. That's 21, Larson, who is the goal scorer so far in this game. He got a shot off, but Barnes all over that one. Out to the blue line, Sartell able to hold the zone. Good push there by Hagen to keep his man off the puck, but Sartell able to win it, and Sartell's pass was fast and it goes all the way down. Ashby will have to touch it back behind the net, and then Ashby flips it right into the skates of Harrison. Picked up by Robinson. Robinson tries a centering pass to Tate Helland, but Helland was covered. Back behind the net. Centering pass by Robinson again. Helland got the shot off, and Ashby had to make the save there. Out to the point. Hagen able to pinch down and control, but a Sartell player got there too, and Hagen's going to get called for a penalty here as Sartell able to get in on the attack. Barnes made the save off the shot from the right, and we're going to get an interference call on Hagen as he grabbed his man trying to slow him down. Hagen to the sin bin for 2 minutes with 7:18 to go in the second period. All right, Sabres on the power play. Long shot. Barnes was able to get the save there. Rebound cleared out, allows Barnes to get up. He was on his rump over there. Sartell able to cycle it around. Shot from the high circle. Rebound goal. Number 19 of the Sabres, Grant Wilson, finds the rebound to him on the left circle. Easy tap in, and Sartell, with 7 minutes remaining, takes a 2-1 lead. Knights will have to battle back, and they start by winning the faceoff, and then Coe takes a giant hit, and I'm sitting next to his mom, and she jumped just as much as Cam did. Picked up by Cheely. Cheely carries it back into the zone. Cheely tries to stick handle around two, can't do it. Sartell in a 3-on-2. That looked like it was offsides, but the ref called it good. And Fowler able to come away with the loose puck, picked up by the Knights, flip forward. Opportunity there at the red line, but it was blocked by Sartell's number 2. Sent around the boards by Fowler. Fowler able to get it to the red line. Cheely hacking on his man over there, allows Coe to come away with the loose puck. And Coe came into the offensive zone a little early, because it was kind of ping-ponging back and forth over the blue line, and it's offsides against the Knights. Ward wins the draw for the Knights, but it's sent right back to the Sabres, and Sabres will control. Larson for the Sabres pushes it forward, loses the handle, and Lee just dumps it back into the Sabres zone, but right back to a Sartell player. Lee picks it up again at the red line now. Nelson finds a loose puck and sends it in deep. Sartell able to control back behind their net. Now in the near corner, Tupper battling for it. Sartell wins that battle, and here comes Sartell in on the attack. Number 34, Landon Stavos, tried to get a backhanded shot on Barnes, but just missed on it. Picked up by the Knights, sent to the near corner, and then back behind the net. Rung around the boards again, and Tupper has to pick it up off the wall. Does a good job of avoiding a check there. He banks it off the glass, but Sartell maintains control. Long shot from the point, blocked by the Knights, and then just iced on down the arena. 5:03 to go in the second. Barnes will have a face-off to his right. Helland in to take the draw. Won by the Knights. Molekade flips it forward. Looks like it's going to be icing again, and it will. We'll do it again. Helen flips that draw over to Molekade, rung around the boards. Harrison tries to get a touch on it. A Sartell player falls down, and two Knights there on the attack, battling with the Sartell player back behind the net. Flipped over to the near corner. Sartell somehow comes away with the puck. Good job by the Sabres, and they're pushing it forward. And ooh, good stick there by Helen to get it away from a 1-on-0 attack. Sartell able to dump it back in deep. Plucked off the wall by number 32 of the Sabres. Molekade finds the puck. Harrison intercepts a pass there. He's able to carry it forward. Tries to find Robinson, but Robinson had just looked the other way, and the pass was just before the red line, so that's icing again. Just a little miscommunication between Robbo and Harrison. Face off to the left of Barnes, where Helland wins another one. Sent behind the net, but stolen away from Hagen by a aggressive Sartell player. Robinson gets a cross check to the back of the head, no call there. Picked up by Hagen. Hagen knocks it high off the glass, and it's going to go all the way down. This one will be on net, though. Ashby will have to play it. Harrison's scary stick tactics worked, and the Sartell player dropped it back behind the net. He's still having trouble kind of bringing it forward, but the Knights didn't give any more pressure than that. Cross-ice pass by Helland to Harrison. Harrison tried to hit Robinson. Sartell able to steal it away, get a shot off. That hit high off the glass, well wide. Sartell able to control the rebound, and Harrison in a fight with his number twin over there, 27. He's able to pick up the rebound, though. But then he lost the handle on it right in front in a dangerous spot. Knights pick it up near corner, now battle for it. Flung forward by the Knights to the blue line, but not out. Sent back down deep by the Sabres. Hagen picks it up, flips it high into the air. Bouncing puck, doesn't look like it's going to make icing, but it'll give the Knights the opportunity to change. Sartell going for the long pass, as they should, with four of the Knights skaters running off. Molekade gets there first, rings it around the boards. Sartell controls at center ice. Cole lost an edge, fell down there, allowing Sartell to dump it back in. Fowler gets there first. Leland couldn't get the handle on it. Sartell able to hold the zone. Picked up. And they're gonna call a slash on Leland here, and that's a pretty dang weak slashing call. He did get the stick over the top of the other stick, but definitely wasn't much of a slash there. Considering a few of the calls they've let go, that one was, as the kids call, sus. So 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the second period. Knights on another penalty kill. High circle, shot attempt, well wide. If Sartell could put them on net, they'd probably have a lot more opportunities in this game, but their shots have been way off for the most part. Sartell, another shot, goes wide. Rebound came out in a dangerous spot, and then just shoveled toward the goal. Knocked away by a Knights player. Another shovel toward the goal. Barnes sprawling, gets a stick on it. Sartell's on it again. Cross ice pass, and the shot was well wide, and it comes all the way back to center ice where Sartell will have to control. And Sartell kind of took away Crosby Nelson's stick there for a minute. Kind of surprised they didn't call hooking on Nelson. Sartell able to carry it in. 1:20 to go in the period. 1 minute left in the power play. As the puck was flipped into a Sartell player who was getting off the ice, and counts as the bench, I guess. So we're going to get a face-off to the left of Barnes. It'll allow the Knights to get 4 fresh defenders out there. 1:15 to go in the second, 57 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Face-off won by the Knights and sent all the way down. Ashby had to make a save on that one. That's going to count as a shot, and Ashby made a couple people hold their breath for a second there. Here comes Sartell back in on the attack. Sartell back behind the net. They're looking for a dance partner. Centering pass in front, shot. I think it was on net, but Parker Barnes made a save. It was from a pretty tough angle. Would have had to have been a bingo. Sartell controls, cycling, centering pass, nobody's home. Allows Schultz to get there and knock it out of the zone for the Knights. And Hellenden on the forecheck for the Knights. Ward there too. Caused 3 Sartell players to have to come back. They do control, but it took a couple of seconds off the clock as the penalty ends for the Knights. 18 seconds to go in the period. Sartell took a shot, but it was well high. They control the rebound. Shot attempt loose in front, picked up by the Knights. And that's Leland, fresh out of the penalty box. He flips it forward. It's going to go all the way down. It's icing with 0.4 seconds to go. So that'll pretty much do it for the second period. They got some interesting music here going on between periods as the puck drops. And the period ends. The end of 2, Sartell Sabres 2, Knights 1. Oh, and they gave that a shot on goal at the end there in the 0.4 seconds. I guess that's another save for Barnes. 18 shots on goal for the Sabres, 14 for the Knights. Zamboni is about to come on the ice. Boys are headed to the locker room to have a little bit of a chat. I'm going to take a vocal break, and we'll be back in a few minutes for more Knights JV hockey. Yeah, Bill, you lost audio because I turned the audio off. It's coming back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right, Bill Robinson, we're back. Strolling by on the concourse, Henry LeBron Braun. Hanging out, talking with some of the moms. Charming, I'm sure. All right, 15 minutes up on the clock for the third period. Sartell Sabres lead 2-1. It's interesting as I was peering over the roster between these two teams. Sartell has 36 players on their two-team roster, 20 sophomores on the two teams. The Knights have 19 sophomores, so a youth movement for both teams. As Sartell wins the draw, gets a quick shot, easily handled by Parker Barnes. Rebound comes back out to the point, sent back in by the Sabres, back behind the net. Sent around the boards. Hagen able to push it forward. Then loose puck picked up, centering pass, but a little too far in front of the oncoming Sartell Brady Anderson. Back behind the net now. Hagen picks it up. Over to Harrison. Harrison takes a big check, and Sartell gets a quick shot off. Barnes all over that one, though. Kicked forward by the Knights, but not out. Finally picked up by Helland. Helland's going to send it down the length of the ice. It'll be icing against the Knights with 14:05 to go, but that group of five had been out there for the full 55 seconds, and they were in need of a change. Ward in to take the draw for the Knights. Puck hit a skate there and finally picked up by Schultz. He's the first to control. He carries it around behind the goal. Near corner. Sartell able to wrestle it away. The mandate from Sartell in the locker room seemed to be fast and hit hard. That's what they've done so far in the first minute of play. And then Loose puck gets right to the stick of Crosby Nelson. He tried for the one-timer, but it bounced over his stick blade. Now near corner, picked up by Lee. Lee, long shot, but flutters right into the glove of Ashby. 13:31 to go. The calming guitar sounds of the Zach Brown Band. Face off, won by the Sabres, out to the blue line, picked up by Lee, sent back in. Knights have to check up. Grabbed by the Sabres back behind the goal line. And then stolen away by Tupper. Tupper absorbs one check but carries on. Tries a little drop pass there for Ward. Eventually picked up over to Lee. Lee sends one in on net. A couple of guys there for the tip, but they couldn't get the stick on it. Schultz pinches deep, carries it back behind the end line to Tupper. Back out to Lee. Lee back to Tupper. Centering pass, one-time shot attempt was broken up by Sartell. Here come the Sabres on the attack. Good kick by Gavin Schultz, holds up the attack there at the blue line. He's able to clear it. And Sartell was in an offside position. It hit one of them. I'm not sure why there was not an offside call there. There certainly was. Now Sartell controls. Back in, kick saved by Barnes. Another shot, that was well wide. Picked up by Tupper. Tupper tries to flip it off the back wall, and he's able to get some fancy maneuvering in and get it to the blue line. Backhanded forward by Crosby Nelson, but a little too far, and it's icing on the Knights with 12:23 to go in the third. Shots on goal now 21-15 in favor of the Sabres. Face-off won by the Sabres, and that was a great shot, and Barnes got a stick save on that one. Top of the stick got that one. Puck cleared to the neutral zone, and Sartell able to control. They send it right back. It was picked off by Cheely. Cheely lost the handle. Fowler picked it up. Back to Fowler again. He carries behind his net. Tapped forward by a Knights player. And then the loose puck finally picked up by Leland. Knights just kind of swatting at the puck, kind of back and forth. Finally, we get a opportunity to handle it for a second. Girton had it, lost it. Shot sent in from the point was wide. Centering pass to Leland. Leland tries a shot, tries a second one. Puck loose in front, now back behind the goal. Leland still battling for it. Coe back there too. Cheely near corner. Finds Fowler. Fowler back to Cheely. Cheely absorbs a check in the boards. Fowler pinches down. Able to come away with it. Big check there by Cam Coe. Keeps the puck alive for the Knights, and the Knights bench loves it. Sartell able to finally get a touch on it. They send it the length of the ice, but something to cheer for as Coe delivers one of the bigger hits of the game down there. He was on the receiving end of the other big one. 11:16 to go in the third. Face-off will be to the left of Ashby. And it's won by the Knights. Malekaday sends it down deep, but it was hard and high, and Harrison couldn't handle it. Sartell got it, intercepted by Helland, though, and he's able to send it back down behind the net. Sartell with another send out, and finally they get it to neutral ice. Robinson picks up the loose puck, though, and dumps it in deep again. Harrison in on the forecheck for the Knights. Loose puck back behind the net. Harrison lost it. Robinson says, I see it. He goes on the attack. Sartell comes away with it, though. They flip it high into the air to the red line. Tapped away by a Knights player. It's Helland who comes away with it. Helland rips a shot, but that was well wide. Ashby tried to get a glove on it. It was too wide for him. Knights able to hold the zone, though. Helland on it again. Helland tries for an impossible angle shot, but gets cross-checked in the process. And the Knights will get a power play with 10:22 to go. Number 19, Grant Wilson, heading to the box for the Sabres. Knights trying to sneak out a sixth skater out there, but Schultz was finally turned away at the end, and face-off won by the Sabres and sent all the way down. Barnes touches up back behind the net. Leaves it for Molekaday. Goes cross ice to Helen. Helen back for Molekaday. Some light pressure by the Sabres has caused the Knights to slow down a little bit, and then finally brought forward. Tupper's on it. Tupper, drop pass to Helen. Helen, shooter's gonna shoot, and he shoots it, but it hit something in front, went over the goal. Molekaday able to hold the zone with a skate and a stick. Tupper picks up the loose puck. Tupper stops, flips it back to Molekaday. It was just a little bit out of his reach. Puck loose in front. Lee's got it. 2 chances at it. Ashby made the save and cleared by the Sabres D. 1:06 to go in the man advantage. 9:25 to go in the period. Molekaday picks it up. 6 versus 16, you know. He leaves it for Helen. Helen, long pass forward to Chile. Chile carries it forward, takes a big hit right in front of the Sartell bench in kind of a dangerous area where the glass starts. Picked up by the Sabres. They try to clear it. It did get past the blue line, but Hagen got there for the Knights. He sends it back in. Knights will have to check up. And then sent the distance by the Sabres as Barnes comes up with the loose puck. Leaves it for Hagen. Hagen lost the handle on it for a second, regained it. Pushed it forward to Chile. Chile now on it for the Knights. Ooh, and kind of a bad play by Chile, and a Sabres guy in on the attack. Centering pass, loose in front. Did not get the handle on that shot, and Knights not playing defense right now for some reason. And the Sabres are back at full strength. Loose puck picked up by Harrison. Harrison takes a big check into the boards. Centering pass by the Sabres misses everybody. Long shot in front, hits some bodies. Robinson finally flips it forward, hits a Sabres player. It's gonna go the length of the ice, but no icing. Sabres control. Loose puck picked up by Robinson, and Crosby Nelson down there working on it as well. Robinson pushes it into the far corner. Sabres, loose puck. Harrison broke it up momentarily, but Sartell wins the 50-50 puck, and they're back in. They take a shot, and man, that one was a hard shot, but really high and really wide. Another wide shot by the Sabres. I tell you, if Sartell could put a few of these on net, they'd be dangerous, but good Lord, they are a firing range, and kind of like Harry Dunn from Dumb and Dumber. A terrible shot. Long shot by Girton there. Hit the blocker of Ashby. Knights able to hold the zone. Back behind the net now. Puck goes around the boards. Pinched down by Girton, who sends it deep. Ward picks up the loose puck. Feeds it over to Leland. Back to Ward. Leland got roughed up there, and Knights were trying to send it back his way. Sartell able to get it to center ice. Long pass attempt. And it's icing against the Sabres. It was too far in front of the Sabres attacker. 6:46 to go in the third. Knights trail 2-1. Sheely in to take the draw for the Knights. Flips it toward the high slot, but Coe was pinching in, and the puck went whizzing by him. Sartell able to come away with the puck and carry it into the Knights zone. Broken up by 3 Knights defenders, and Chile wins it back. Chile had an attacker come up on his back, and Knights were lucky to get it back in deep on the Sabres zone. Sabres flip it behind the goal. Loose puck picked up by Leland. Leland puts it in front. Ashby made a save there. I think it was Chile who got the shot off. Just kind of a hack shot right in front in the blue paint. Sartell comes away with it, carries it forward. They're in on the attack. Long shot, well wide. Comes all the way back down. Sartell will have to take it all the way back in their own zone. Long pass attempt, misses everybody, and it's icing against the Sabres. .5:53 to go in the third. Knights need one now. Hellenden to take the draw to the left of Ashby. Push down back behind the net. Crosby Nelson working on it. He sends it to where he thought one of his players might have been, but only white jerseys in the area. Sartell able to carry it forward. Nice play by Hagen there to knock it away at the blue line. Loose puck picked up by the Knights. Molekade carries it down deep for the Knights. Sartell able to get it to the neutral zone. I had a couple of slower individuals walking right in front of me, so I had an obstructed view there for a second. As Sartell controls back out to center ice. Touch pass forward. Number 27 of the Sabres hits the ceiling on his shot. Jaden Bambanek. I think, to be fair, that one did hit off a Knight's stick. They're not that bad of shots. It's more fun if they are. .501 to go in the third. Ward in to take the draw. He ties it up. Girton comes away with it. Girton passes it forward, finds Robinson. Robinson pushes forward toward Harrison. Harrison gets a touch, sends it in. Near corner. Harrison and Ward working on it. Ward comes away with it. Ward over to Fowler. Fowler switches field to Girton. Girton puts a shot off and hit a body in front. Rebound was sent back in front. Sabres control. Near side. Picked up by Sartell's number 11. Good play to get around one. Takes a shot. That one was on net, but right into the chest of Parker Barnes with 4:23 to go. Oh, and we're going to get a penalty on Henry Robinson randomly here. Not sure what the call was there, but Robinson to the box for 2 minutes, and there's only 4:23 left in the third. Sartell controls the face-off as they're on the power play, but little help from the ref there as he got a skate in the way of the puck as Sartell is trying to carry it around. They win it back. Long shot, loose in front, picked up by Molekade and cleared to go the length of the ice. Ashby taps it to a defender over there. Sartell able to push it forward. Sartell not in much of a hurry here as they hold a 2-1 lead, and there's only a few minutes left. Robinson for hooking was the call. Sartell was able to get a long shot there, but Barnes was able to make an easy save there as Sartell got the rebound, carried it back behind the net. Near point, Sartell controls. Cross ice. High slot. Shot blocked. Caleb Lee down there working on it. Sartell wins it back. Long shot, hits Cheeley. I think it hit Cheeley right in the hand. Cheeley's gonna clear the puck and then run off to the bench, allow somebody else to come in for him. That one looked like it hurt. 47 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Sabres as they carry it in. That was offside. The ref didn't call it, but he did call the trip on the Knights. It was a clear offside, and he waved his hands, nope, and then called the penalty on the Knights. So with 3:01 to go, Knights will be in a two-man deficit for the next 39 seconds. Tupper in to take the draw, won by the Sabres. Long shot attempt, Barnes makes a save there. We get a man back in 30 seconds. Sartell controls, cycling around. Good play broken up by Lee, and it comes all the way out to center ice. Ward gets the call for tripping. It was a tripping call on Ward, but it wasn't offsides on the Sabres. As they flip it in on net, Parker Barnes will take those shots all day long, right into his chest and then down to the glove. 14 seconds until Robinson hops out of the box. Maybe, just maybe, the timing of this penalty ending Could coincide with a Henry Robinson breakaway. That's what we're hoping for here. Sartell wins the draw. They're cycling. Sent over. Long shot. Blocked by Barnes. 5 seconds left in the man advantage, or the first penalty, I should say. Sartell, second shot. That hit something in front and then hit the ceiling. And Robinson's back out there for the Knights. So no breakaway attempt there, but 1:20 to go in the 5-on-4 now. 2:21 to go in the game. You got to think if the Knights are going to be able to get this penalty figured out, that they'll probably pull Barnes immediately after. Sartell controls the draw. Hagen knocked it away momentarily, and then Sartell player kind of slips and falls in the corner. Heard it's icy out there. Sartell maintains control. Left circle, centering pass, missed everybody. Another shot, loose in front, rebound, loose. Shot by the Sabres. Great block there by Hagen. It hit him in the foot. Oh, Hagen's hurt right now. Sartell carries it back behind the net. Shot attempt in front. Cleared by the Knights with 41 seconds to go, and Hagen's got to get off. He took one off the foot in a bad way. He can't, though. Here comes Sartell back on the attack. Good check by Chile along the near boards. Sartell carries it back behind the net. Left circle, shot. Barnes got that one. Rebound hit the wall. Fowler in to try to wrestle it away over there. He's tied up. Centering pass, tied up by the Knights. Hagen without a stick, working on it. Hagen without a stick and a foot is doing his best job to kill this penalty. 3 seconds to go in the man advantage. Good shot. Barnes got the puck. It was loose and then dived on by Lane Hagen in the blue paint. And the puck is frozen. I'm not sure if Hagen can dive on that puck like that, but he did. 58.6 seconds to go. They're not putting anybody in the box for the Knights. The Knights are calling their timeout. The shots on goal in the third period have really gotten out of hand, 32-17 in favor of the Sabres, but Parker Barnes has 30 saves. He's done a good job today. So 58 seconds and a little bit of change to go. Knights trail 2-1. The faceoff will come to the right of Barnes. So if and when the Knights are able to control the puck, get it past the red line, Barnes will come skating to the bench as fast as he can to get the extra attacker out there for the Knights. Maybe we can see if we can find a little Sartell magic. And to be honest, between these two cities, between these two teams, there's usually close games and there's usually some magical stuff at the end that makes these games a great rivalry. Refs blow the whistle, signaling the end of the timeout. Both teams do their little rah-rah spiel at their bench. And the Knights are sending out Malekade, Lee, Helland, Leland, and Brody Chile. Helland will take the draw. Helland usually pretty good on the faceoffs. Sartell able to control. They get it out to the point. Long shot attempt, hit somebody in front. Loose puck at the high slot, picked up finally by the Knights. Helland pushes it forward. Chile's coming up past the red line. There goes Barnes. Empty net. Puck went in on Ashby in the blue paint. He's got to clear it out before the Knights attacker got there. Coe is the extra attacker for the Knights. Puck sent all the way down, and it's going to be icing against the Sabres with 29.3 seconds to go in the third. Knights now with the extra attacker out there. We'll have a face-off in the Sartell zone. And an empty net down to our right. Helland in to take the draw. Chile behind him. I think he's going to try to get it to Chile. Face-off tied up. Picked up by Coe back in the near corner. Glove down by Chile. Chile tries to get a shot off. Hacked at by a Sabres player, and off to the races they go. Sartell gets their first in the Knights zone. Their shot, guess what? Not on net. Knights got one more chance. Helen picks it up. 6 seconds to go. Long pass. Picked up by Chile. Can Chile get it in front of the net? No, he can't. End of the game. Buzzer goes off. 2-1. Final score in favor of your Sartell Sabres. Not your Sartell Sabres. Somebody else's Sartell Sabres. Your Knights drop another one on the JV side. So we look back to get in the win column on Thursday against Eden Prairie.
Second goal in the third period for the Sartell Sabres, 14 for a three-period total of 32. For your STMA Knights, 4 for a three-period total of 18.
Everybody have a good evening. Thanks for listening in on the JV game today, and we'll talk to you again next time, back when we're at home for more Knights hockey.